now is when you want to become your best self. You can feel that we're going through some changes in the world, and you've probably experienced some of them today because we've made some movement. And I've been talking about this for a while, and people have been confused. What is this guy saying? I've been saying this is what my work was for, and that I had it all since 2012, and that didn't seem to make sense, but it does. And I'm going to explain that. But first of all, I'm going to thank Joel and Antonia, because I happened today to listen to a podcast of theirs. I'll tell you the story. Last night, I spent about 3 hours on a Zoom call with my family, because I'm trying to explain to them, because a lot of times your people are close to you do not understand what you're doing, especially if you are creating something new. Any great work that has ever been created comes to the person and they doubt it. I did that, and is this really going to do something? And I had a different sense of this, which I could not explain to people. They couldn't understand why I was so passionate about this, why I was pushing it so much, and why I even let myself fall into not do other things where I could have all this money, because I said there's something so much more important now, and that is causing other people to become empowered, causing them to become successful, happy, loving themselves. See, because then it energetically puts something different into the world. Now, none of you most people could not understand that. I couldn't understand it for a while. We don't know who we are until we start living and the world changes, and then it starts to emerge. When that happens, you must grab onto it, hold it, and then start to develop and do something and cause your life to be magnificent. That is the work that I do. So I found this video, and I'm going to email them at some point, but from Joel and Antonia, and I listened to it, and first of all, it is the best explanation of who I am, why I see the world in the way that I do, that I could not explain. It is always so helpful when you find some other information from someone else that gives you validation of why you're here. Because we're all different. We have different personalities. As I've said before, I'm an INFJ. That's really challenging. And I'm a mystic, so I have a greater sense of the planet, of the world, and what we could do to cause it to be better. That's why I do my work. And so what happened after I'm doing this really long conversation with my family, and I mean, it was wonderful. They kind of got it. Some of them understand more than others, and it's a stretch for their beliefs, just like it is for most people. It was a stretch for me, but it happened. And then this morning in my group, because we had a follow-up group today, and they're talking about the results that they're receiving from the program. You'll see part of that. They are. And one guy, he's doing it again. He started back again because it's just changed so much, and he understood that it takes time to change your consciousness. It takes time for you to accept your greatness, for you to accept why you're in the world, because everybody has it. If you are just saying, I'm worthless, I have nothing, that's just something you made up. It's never true. You may have had some issues, some things that you've gone through that you didn't understand, but now they'll be cleared up. So, that happened. Then after when we had the meeting, I wrote my any advice message. I received this information from Wilhelm this morning, and they said, please look at what we gave you in 2012. Nothing bad happened. And this whole explanation that telling us that we need to reinterpret what we're seeing, what we're witnessing in the world. Now, how could I have received that in 2012? And today there was a big change in the United States, as I've been saying, that the restructuring would happen and the United States would lead the way, and we're seeing things occurring that have never happened before. However, it is going to be something good if we decide to offer that. And the way that we offer that is by deciding to become who we are. Loving ourselves, moving through our stuff, our gunk, all the things that we've been hanging on to. That's what my work does. And I didn't create it, I channeled it. I need you to understand that. It's information that is so ancient that I didn't know I had done that, and it doesn't make sense to a lot of people, but it has happened. Many other people like me have created works in this way. It just took me a while to accept that because I am this intuitive introvert and an INFJ and all of these other things that make all my labels that make it a little challenging. However, what has never changed is my desire to help others become their best self. I don't care whatever it is that you're doing, that's the work that I'm doing. And so the program, my coaching, when you come to me, you're going to know that is what will occur for you. You will uncover who you are and become successful and happy. My only goal. And so I hope you enjoyed them. And I'm going to talk to Joel and Antonia, and we'll see. But check out their podcast. It's really very, very cool.